Today from Let's Not Meet. Window Creeper. I was 20, living alone on the ground floor of an apartment building. The living room windows faced a small parking lot for the building, which wasn't gated. I stay up late, watching TV or playing games almost every night. It was winter when I first moved in, so I'd have the blinds down at night to keep the cold air out. Summer came and there was no AC in the apartment, so I'd open the windows and blinds at night for cool air. One night, I'm lying on the couch watching TV when I get that feeling of being watched. I looked over at the window, and a man had his hands and face pressed against the screen, merely 3 feet from where I was lying, just watching me. I let out a blood-curdling scream, and he did not even blink. Terrified, I jumped up, grabbed the phone, and screamed that I was calling the cops. He just stood there, completely motionless and dead-eyed. At that point, I yelled that I'm getting the neighbor and started walking to the door, and he finally took off. I locked the window and stayed up all night, completely on edge. My boyfriend at the time came over and stayed for a full week. He made sure to leave the blinds open and sat at the edge of the couch closest to the window to make it known I wasn't alone. The creeper didn't show up again, so eventually I got comfortable thinking it was an isolated incident of some rando wandering around the parking lot to break into cars. Maybe another 3 weeks after that, I get home late from waiting tables and park in the lot. I get changed, grab a snack, and head to the living room to play games. I start to raise the blinds to open the window and let cool air in, and the creeper is standing right there with his face pressed against the screen. He was not standing in the parking lot when I pulled in, as I parked right beside my window. I can only assume he was waiting around the corner of the building, watching me come home and timing my movements. This time I grabbed the phone and immediately called the cops. I was shaking, crying, completely hysterical. The creeper takes off. Cops come and say they'll have someone patrol the block when they can, and my boyfriend immediately comes over. He wants to stay with me until I can get out of there, so I start looking at different apartments. Another 3 to 4 weeks or so later, I have an apartment lined up on a high floor in a doorman building, because at this point, screw that. My boyfriend had to go out of town for a few days, so I decided to go stay at my friend's place, because I certainly wasn't going to be there alone. I'm at my friend's place for 2 nights, but wanted to run home and grab a few things I'd forgotten. She goes with me for obvious reasons, and we go in the afternoon, not after dark. We decide to hang out for a bit and play games together, because it's daylight, and there's activity around the building. No AC, so I hesitantly raise the blinds to get fresh air. I'm terrified of opening them, then laugh to myself because I do it, and of course, no one is there. I open the actual window and see 2 large cuts into the screen. Right above the latch as you push in to lift it. They were definitely not there 2 days ago. My blood ran entirely cold. The creeper knew my boyfriend was gone. He was watching and saw his car was gone. I'd left my car there as my friend picked me up, and we always left the light on in the living room to make the creeper think we were awake. So we saw my car, thought I was home, saw the light on, yet proceeded to cut holes into the screen and break in. I have no idea if he actually gained access, but seeing how bold he was terrified me. How long he had been watching me, learning my patterns, and getting gradually more aggressive with every interaction. I still sometimes get a chill when I raise my blinds, and took a long time getting comfortable living in anything but a high-rise. Thanks for the lifelong PTSD, creeper. And let's not meet again.